Richard Cross, the one and only, the man who holds SuperTalk, Sports Talk together. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Are we going to be nice to each other this morning?
I'm always nice. I don't know. First of all, I have no idea. I get these little bits and pieces and indications that I'm being jabbed at like a chihuahua at my heels for some reason, and I have no idea what's going on with that.
So now I'm a chihuahua, so that's how we're going to do this. No, we had fun. I was a little jealous, to be honest. You had the remote at the Outdoor Machinery Expo in Starkville, and that's just kind of right up my alley. And then we kind of, shall we say, embellished from there.
Listen,
and had fun at your expense.
Well, I feel your pain because I know I really wanted to go to the Cruising the Coast. Yeah. And I haven't had a chance to do that. So I'm in the same way. I'm a little envious of Gerard, who gets to go down there. So, are you guys going?
That's all right. No, not for Cruising the Coast. We're in golf tournament mode right now. And man, what a cool event and a great trophy and a fantastic field. And you're going to be out there Friday, right?
Yeah, we're out tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow, and Gerard's going to be with us. He'll be doing the midday show there. And I understand what's the deal on the rain?
Well, full confession, Paul, when we got finished yesterday, I drove back to Oxford. It is raining in Oxford. I'm about to get on the road and head back to Jackson. I don't know what it's doing there. But the reality is this. I mean, as long as it's not a downpour that creates conditions that are just untenable, they're going to play. Lightning is an issue like it is for any sport. If there's lightning, they're going to kill them off or clear them off the course. And sorry, that was a Freudian slip there. They're going to clear them off the course in the event of lightning. But if you talk to a professional golfer, he will tell you or she will tell you they would rather play in rainy conditions than windy conditions. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. Yeah. But a rain means a soft golf course, which means receptive greens, and as good as those guys are, it's target practice at that point. Wind is a different story altogether.
Well, you were there yesterday, and of course, just the beginning of this, but sights and sounds, and I know it's hard to do that when you're on the air, but you have a chance to maybe mingle a little bit when you're off the air.
Yeah, a little bit. Walked around, watched some guys kind of going through the afternoon round of the Pro-Am down on the practice range and on the putting green. It really is impressive when you get up close and you watch those guys. I've played golf for a long time, and I'm just a very average, okay golfer. I mean, I'm good enough that I can go anywhere and play anywhere and not embarrass myself, but I'm never going to scare par. But watching the way these guys practice and the way they hit the ball, the way the ball jumps off the club face, the focus that they have and the plan that they have when they're practicing. Yeah, I mean, the average golfer, when they go to the range, more times than not, they'll hit a few wedges, they'll hit a few 7-irons, and they'll hit driver for 5 minutes and roll a couple of putts, and then, boom, let's go play. That's not the way it works with these guys. I mean, they are dialed into specific distances with wedges and irons and what they're trying to do with their driver, and it really is a cool deal to watch the best in the world do what they do. I mean, it's no different, though, than if you were, watching, Peyton Manning in his prime go through a warm-up. It was, and I did that one time. I mean, Ole Miss and Tennessee were playing when Peyton Manning was at school, and I specifically focused on watching Peyton Manning warming up, going through his pregame routine, and you can tell that they're guys that are just different. Some guys are just different. They do it differently. They do it better. And so that's what you're getting out here in Jackson.
Isn't that one of the questions of life, though? Because you stand next to one of these guys, and physically, maybe you're in the same shape or you're same height and maybe the same age. But no matter how much Richard Cross practices, if you started now and finished a year from now, could you play at that level? And why does God give some of these people that talent?
Yeah, and I think part of it's talent, but there's something inside also. And let's take it beyond athletes. I mean, Jeff Bezos may or may not be a good person. Not what I'm debating. But there is something inside him that has driven him to the point to make him the wealthiest person on the world on any given day. And Elon Musk is in the same category, and Steve Jobs was in that category. I mean, the titans of industry, the titans of sport, there's something different. And if you're fascinated in by human nature, human development, which, I mean, that's stuff that was way over my head in school. But there are a lot of really interesting case studies of what it is that makes successful people tick.
Yeah, you're getting deep now, but
I know.
But here's the thing: maybe it starts and ends in the adrenaline glands, where some people utilize the adrenaline, some people cower and retreat from the adrenaline glands, and some people decide, no, this is fun. I have no aversion to risk, and I'll take a risk and go bankrupt, or else I'll jump out of the plane. So I have no idea. But
I never know where it's going to go when we visit, Paul. We've gone psychology and Freud this morning. I don't know.
They just teed off. There is no rain in the country club as we speak now, and it looks like it's going to remain dry till later on today, where we have another system down toward Natchez that's going to require you, but by the time you leave the show, to have the umbrella on. I'm afraid, but
okay.
We have a good field. We have a
golf course is in fantastic condition as well. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Fairways are firm. They were telling us yesterday, visiting with Pat Busby from Century Club Charities, and he was saying that they had done some heavy thatch removal work in the rough. So they've grown the rough up to 2.5 inches, but have removed all the thatch. And the idea there is when a ball hits in the rough, it doesn't sit up, it sinks down. And so you hit it in the fairway, you are rewarded with hard, fast fairways. You get it in the rough, and it is penal, and you're going to pay the price. And we're talking with Peter Malnati yesterday, past winner, finished second in the event last year. He said, best greens on the PGA Tour.
Wow.
That's pretty high praise.
Plus, talking about in good shape, the purse is in pretty good shape too now.
Yeah, up to $1.26 million for the winner and over $7 million total. It really is remarkable. I mean, the evolution of this event, and so much of the credit goes to Joe Sanderson and the folks at Sanderson Farms and the commitment that they've made. Steve Gent, the executive director of the tournament, does such a fantastic job. But it's now a standalone event. It's 500 FedEx Cup points. It's almost $1.3 million to the winner, a total purse of over $7 million. They treat the players and their wives and their caddies like kings and queens while they're here. I mean, it's just an absolute red carpet event on a good golf course with the best field they've ever had.
Who's your guest line? Do you know who it is yet? Have you seen your guest lineup today?
No, I have not. It becomes no. I know we're going to talk with Steve Gent again, like we did yesterday. Dr. Luann Woodward's going to be on with us at some point this afternoon from UMMC. But it's hard with players once they get into the groove and they're actually playing. We may be able to grab a player or two as they're coming off in the afternoon, but that's very much TBD.
Well, and Steve was on last week with us, and we broached this subject as far as the future because of Sanderson Farms corporate with selling the company. And I don't think anybody really knows right now. Did you guys go into that subject yesterday?
I asked Steve just passing about it, and he said, look, honestly, Richard, I know about as much as you do and the rest of the public does in terms of the sale, because the sale is not final yet. I mean, this is like merger and acquisition stuff. It's $4 billion that's been reported, but this is the merging of two massive companies with operations spread out over multiple states. It sounds like the future is bright. They feel really good about it. Steve said they're taking a week off, and then they'll go to work on 2022 after that.
$4 billion? That ain't chicken feed.
You work on this material.
A lot of chicken feed.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about this weekend in Alabama, but we have no more time, sir. So I'm afraid if I push you too much, you may say something about me later on today. So I'll just leave you alone.
It's possible.
Richard,
thanks, buddy.
You're always a professional, sir. I appreciate it, and thank you for joining us.